welcome to On Track. I'm your host, Lindsey Carlson, here with Majunga. This is Mike, Andy, and Matt. Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So what is a Majunga? Where did the name come from?
Majunga is a short name from the dinosaur Majungasaurus, which is this very bizarre-looking creature that existed 65 million years ago. I learned about it where I learned most things from television, and it just inspired me to write the song, and just kind of took on from there.
And the band name?
Yeah, well, before, Majungas, we had the song, which was just one of many demos that we had at the time, and that just seemed to be the one that resonated the most with us. So we're like, we really got to take this Majunga thing and just run with it.
That's cool. Other than what you're going to show us with your instruments that you'll be playing, what other instruments do you guys play?
Well, this is an acoustic adaptation of our electric set. So normally during the electric set I'm on bass and vocals, Andy's drums, and Matt guitar and backup vocals. But today I just do acoustic guitar, and Matt does an instrumental, and Andy does a hand drum, complement the sound.
Oh, cool. Is there any other instruments that in the future you think you'd want to put into it, or are you just kind of happy with how it is?
I don't know about you. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm going to bring the banjo in at some point.
Incorporate some banjo.
I like playing the banjo, but there could be some other, instruments. We'll see.
Maybe some keyboard stuff.
The
at
keyboard
some
would
point,
be great.
Add some background.
Yeah.
I think every band wants a keyboardist, but it's about finding the right one,
Yeah.
The right personality.
Right.
Yeah, especially for this band.
Where have you performed? Like, what was your favorite place?
We've done mostly west suburbs of Chicago throughout 2014. Just local bars and small clubs.
What was that last one we did? Was that Shark?
Shark City.
That was probably my favorite.
Shark City was
good.
good.
I liked
We did
Q-Bar.
Q-Bar a couple times.
That was fun.
It's all about having the right sound and
The right environment.
right engineer,
right
who can
crowd.
get the mix just right.
Nice. Do people, when they hear your music, do they come up and say, hey, that was really cool?
Yeah, a lot.
We got a lot of compliments. People like dance, and for a few of the songs,
Yeah.
just jump up there and start getting down.
People
So
buy me drinks sometimes.
yeah, yep.
I don't turn it down. I mean,
Right.
Exactly. So
That's cool. So what genre would you say this particular band plays?
Well, some people label us Americana, rock and roll. I just think we're just a basic rock band that likes to experiment, with a bunch of different styles and sounds.
I got a beachy feel.
Beachy feel?
Yeah.
okay,
I can see that.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I
Who
dig.
comes up with the songs? Does
Mike.
everybody have a part in that?
The dinosaur.
The dinosaur.
He'll come up with them. I do most of the recording and the production, and
Oh,
then
he's
Matt
kinda-
just adds
yeah.
the finishing.
Kinda add whatever.
Rounds out the sound on the guitar.
If we have any ideas,
So
we bring them up.
yeah, we just kind of bounce
But
them
he's
off one
more
another.
the
And
creative writer.
he's the mastermind behind
Yeah.
Majungas. So
So your next song is called Road to Nowhere. What is that about?
It's just about being young and carefree, just not having any responsibilities or just youth in general.
Right. Does it mean anything to you guys, the Road to Nowhere?
it kind of talks about somewhat just the recklessness of growing up and just how you, change and evolve. You fall into things, and that's
Get in
just basically
trouble.
exactly. So
Right.
Pick
Live and
yourself
learn.
up.
exactly.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. So let's take a listen to Road to Nowhere.
Sunshine bled through the cracks in the blinds. It was later in the afternoon. My mama came running upstairs. She'll get up and clean your room. Dug through a pile of dirty clothes that I wore from the day before. Threw something on and dashed outside before mama could reach the door. The first day of summer is finally here. Looking for adventure without fear. Embarking on the road to nowhere. trick me. Not sure of who I am or what I ought to be. I'll go to Waubonsee College and earn a degree, get a job and be an asset to society. Yeah, one day I'll grow up and be a man, but for now I wanna be a kid for as long as I can. Let's go! Came home 10 minutes past curfew, smelling like the outdoors. Mama said I can't go out again until I finished all of my chores. I kicked my clothes under the bed and collapsed on my pillows. And when tomorrow's sunshine bled through the blinds, I escaped from the window, heading down the path of yesterday for another exciting getaway. And the road to nowhere leads the way.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs, just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Hi, and welcome back to On Track. I'm your host, Lindsey Carlson, here with Majunga. So your next three songs that you'll be playing are Tame the Beast, A Kid Gone Bad, and Brutus the Butcher. What is Brutus the Butcher about?
Well, a butcher named Brutus.
It was, we were recording our album, which is out on iTunes and Spotify now, called Hear the Roar, and we were trying to beef up maybe one or two more additions to it. And I just thought it would be cool if I created a song that kind of spoke about the elements of, you know, our band regarding to Matt and Andy. And Matt, if you don't already know, is a very accomplished butcher. And Andy spent some time in college studying in Germany. So I just kind of ran with that and created this German butcher with a typical Majunga storyline where he just goes berserk and kills a bunch of people.
Named Brutus.
Exactly.
It kind of rhymes with brutal.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet and get started with Majunga?
Wow.
Matt and I go back to high school.
Yeah.
We actually grew up in the same town, but we got real close in high school. And he actually, interestingly enough, taught me guitar when we were in high school. He thought he wanted to be a guitar teacher when he got older, so yeah, I was like his little guinea pig. And then, you know, 10 years later, I came knocking on his door with all these demos. And you know, we started to kind of casually nitpick. And Andy is a close family friend of my parents, and we met him at a party just coincidentally one day, and I knew he was legit when he told me he had 2 drum sets. So, you know, he was involved with some bands at the time, so I just kind of, you know, kept in check with him through emails and whatnot, and then little by little he broke apart from them, and I just kind of yanked him over by our side.
Well, that's interesting. What made you want to go into their band?
I liked the creativity that Mike had in the direction. It's like he kind of had a vision for what he wanted, and I thought that was really cool. And he was also like he's like, all right, you take it and see what you can do, because I was getting into like recording and producing as far as like building up a different side of being a musician than just drumming. So it's just like I just, you know, started in a garage. I had a mixer. I just ran mics and stuff. It was like trial and error, trying out different sound setups, and so it was like a cool learning experience.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Where do you want to go with this band? Would you want to go on world tours with this band? What is what place would you like to go?
I mean,
What country?
I think that's, you know, every band's dream, but you have to have realistic expectations. I think just, you know, as long as we could have a platform where we're reaching people with our music, you know, whether big or small, I'm good with that.
That's cool. So let's listen to your next 3 songs, Tame the Beast, A Kid Gone Bad, and Brutus the Butcher.
I'm the monster under your bed, and I'm the demon in your head. Your paranoia and fright keeps you up all damn night, and I'm the beast. I'm the beast, and I'm the beast. I'm the beast. I'm the beast. I'm coming to get ya. Nobody here can come to your rescue. You can run, but you cannot hide. I'll always be right by your side. You tried to flush me out with your pills, and all it did was raise your bills. And now the doctor, he wants to shock your brain, because he says you're clinically insane. Tame the beast, tame the beast. Tame the beast, tame the beast. was a hit with the girls at school. His light blue eyes made them drool. Excelling in sports, God, he played by the rules. He was even-tempered, always keeping his cool. On his 13th birthday and without warning, Scotty took a fancy to misbehaving. Tempers would flare, then he'd leave the scene. His whereabouts left his parents wondering. Though Scotty had everything, he tried to fill a void. He plugged up on drugs, and now his life's destroyed. He dropped out of high school and had run-ins with the law. The judge gave him probation and said, "This is your last straw." Scotty ended up in the penitentiary. He served his time by age 23. He got a job selling drugs on the streets. His folks kicked him out and said, "Your history." His mother hung his baby picture on the wall, reminiscing the days when he was small, hiding from the truth that her gremlin's on the prowl, preying on victims with intent to maul. It's just another tale of a kid gone bad, from good upbringings with a dedicated dad. And just when they thought it couldn't get more sad, they found Scotty in the alley dead. Here comes Brutus the Butcher of Dusseldorf, Germany. He was a well-trained dissector that worked at the local deli. Brutus was born into the trade. It was all that he had known. He took pride in all of his cuts and every blood stain earned on his gown. Brutus the Butcher. Brutus the Butcher. Well, one day Brutus came to work, and he detected that something wasn't right. When an automatic meat slicer was shearing everything in sight, his boss said that with this machine, we'll exceed our highest demands, because it shreds much faster than you can do with your hands. Look out. That damn machine chopped every last piece of meat. He tried to hurry, but Brutus was already beat. His boss told him that he wouldn't be needed anymore. Brutus broke down in tears and stormed out the door. The next day, Brutus came back to collect his final paycheck. And when his boss came to pay him, Brutus severed his neck. It caused a state of panic. The customers ran into a frenzy. Oh, while Brutus calmly sharpened streets of Germany. One more.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Hi, and welcome back to On Track. I'm your host, Lindsey Carlson. So where can we find you guys? Where can we find Majunga?
I think the best place is to just go to Facebook and follow us. You'll get all of our updates there. If not, we have our own website called majungastheband.com. From there, you could stream all of our updated videos or any new music we're working on.
That's cool. Is there any Instagram, YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Instagram, no.
Okay. All right, so I'm sure everybody's been wondering why you are in a dinosaur costume. Would you like to explain that?
Sure. So, you know, obviously starting off as a band, you kind of find yourself playing little hole-in-the-wall dive bars, and people really aren't listening to you, it seemed like. So I had to come up with a way to, you know, stand out a little bit more and be a little bit more impressionable. So I just said, you know, if they don't understand that I'm singing about a dinosaur and that Majungas isn't a dinosaur, then I'm going to dress as a dinosaur. So, you know, they remember it the next day.
That's cool. So is there any last words you would like to give to the audience before we go?
I think so.
So let's see their next song, Majunga. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Somewhere along the late Cretaceous, near the east coast of Africa, a genus of the theropods evolved into Majunga. On top of our food chain, near 30 feet long, we took whatever we saw, but our bad genetics and facial defects were teased by almost all. Only a mom could love, ugly is my flaw, with a horned head, a shortened snout, and a dewlap under my jaw. I'm the Majunga of Madagascar, inherited looks that called for laughter. fresh from birthing, my mother Majunga was one hungry carnivore. Her belly rumbled while she yielding our family of four. And now was the time to teach the clan to be a top-notch predator. Roaming the land, we sniffed and followed, surveying what's in store. There it was, a leathery-skinned flying pterosaur. Ow! It swooped down for water, then it heard an echo of a deep primal roar. Feeling threatened, the lizard bird flapped its wings and soared. Far from mother, whose hind limbs could never leave the floor. What mother did out of desperation was rotten to the core. She ate my brother, then my sister, and hungered for much more. I ran to find a place to hide, take shelter